He's supposed to be the man leading Ferrari back to glory, the one who convinced Lewis Hamilton to wear red, the team boss who was handed two of the most talented drivers in the sport and a mandate to win. But right now, Fred Vasseur's dream is dangerously close to becoming a nightmare. Ferrari's 2025 campaign has gone from promising to pitiful in just a matter of weeks. And what's happening behind the scenes is beginning to raise serious questions, not only about the team's performance, but about Vasseur's entire future with the Scuderia. It's not just fans or pundits asking whether Ferrari is in crisis. It's the drivers. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, two elite competitors at the peak of their careers, are looking around stunned and wondering how a season that was supposed to challenge for titles has instead left them battling midfield teams like Williams and Aston Martin. When drivers of this caliber are left speechless by the decisions coming from the pit wall, you know the problem isn't just the car. The problem is leadership. The results have been dismal. The strategy has been confused. The communication has been delayed, reactive, and at times completely absent. Every race weekend seems to follow the same script: strong expectations on Friday, small hope on Saturday, and bitter disappointment on Sunday. And through it all, Vasseur has been standing at the center, defending a team that is visibly unraveling. What's going on inside Ferrari? Why is their race execution so poor? How can two world-class drivers be this frustrated this early in the season? And most importantly, is Fred Vasseur's job already in serious danger? Today, we're diving deep into the current state of chaos at Maranello and why it's left even Hamilton and Leclerc absolutely stunned. So if you want the full picture of what's happening behind closed doors at Ferrari, you won't want to miss a second of this. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our daily Formula One updates. Because what we're about to uncover might just change everything you thought you knew about Ferrari's 2025 season. When the 2025 season began, Ferrari was meant to be one of the big title favorites. The hype was justified. The arrival of Lewis Hamilton was seen as a generational turning point. Charles Leclerc was already an established star, and Vasseur had been given 2 full seasons to shape the team in his image. It was supposed to be the culmination of months of restructuring, new methodology, and a unified direction. But instead, after just 6 races, Ferrari finds itself not in the title fight, not even battling for regular podiums, but sitting in 4th place in the championship, outperformed by both McLaren and Red Bull, and now in danger of being overtaken by Mercedes. Let's start with the most obvious issue: the car. The SF25 is, quite frankly, a disappointment. Aerodynamically, it lacks efficiency. It's unpredictable in high-speed corners, inconsistent in low-speed traction, and extremely sensitive to track conditions. Its operating window is narrow, and both drivers have struggled to find confidence in qualifying and long-run pace. What was meant to be a step forward over the SF24 has, in many ways, stagnated. The car is still vulnerable to wind, still suffers from overheating the rear tires, and continues to lack rear-end stability, an issue that severely limits Hamilton's driving style in particular. The bigger problem, the one that has even Ferrari loyalists shaking their heads, is the team's execution. The drivers are growing restless. The Tifosi are becoming impatient, and rival teams are already pulling away in development. While McLaren and Mercedes have brought aggressive, race-changing updates, Ferrari's technical progression feels half-hearted. The promised upgrades for Imola are already being overshadowed by what others are doing, and if the package fails to deliver significant gains, the consequences could be severe. It's also important to consider how much is riding on this season. Ferrari has Lewis Hamilton, one of the most successful drivers in the sport's history, on a multi-year deal. If he loses faith in the direction of the team this early, the morale inside Maranello could collapse. Leclerc, too, will be watching closely. His long-term commitment is based on trust in the car, in the team, and in the leadership. If that breaks, Ferrari could find itself not only losing races, but potentially losing one of its core pillars. And let's not forget the political environment at Ferrari. Pressure doesn't build slowly, it erupts. Team bosses don't get unlimited time. They're judged by results. And when the results vanish, so does the support. It's happened before, and it can happen again. Vasseur may have been brought in to provide stability, but if that stability turns into stagnation, the board will be forced to act. This is where the danger becomes real. Ferrari doesn't need minor improvements. It needs a vision, a response, a course correction that shows leadership. If Vasseur can't deliver that, if he can't fix the car, sharpen the team's focus, and restore belief in the garage, then his time as team principal could be shorter than anyone expected. Hamilton and Leclerc are not just stunned by the results. They're stunned by the lack of direction, the lack of urgency, the lack of clarity. And that, more than anything, is why Vasseur's position is now under threat. What happens in the next 3 races will be crucial. Imola, Monaco, and Barcelona won't just shape Ferrari's season. They could determine whether Fred Vasseur remains in charge by mid-year. The upgrades must work. The execution must improve. The mistakes must stop, because if they don't, Ferrari's leadership will change. And once again, the Scuderia will find itself searching for a new path and a new leader to bring them back to the top. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Vasseur is the right man for the job? Can Ferrari turn things around under his leadership? Or is it already too late? Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed the analysis, subscribe for more breaking F1 content every single day,